Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the final match of the day. We now have Cog Red taking on Fat Chunks. Cog Prime last game dismantled their opposition.
Yes.
Can Cog Red do the same here in this match?
And the sister team, I know they've been practicing a lot with each other. They obviously have done an amazing job growing together.
That's to say the least.
And Cog Red's going to look to extend their lead here over the currently 5th-seeded Fat Chunks Assemble. They're going to need a win here on the Fat Chunks to keep themselves in contention. A few more losses, and they're going to be out of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're second to the lowest here in North America, so that's not the best spot you want to be in. And, Fat Chunks started to gain a little bit of momentum there for a little bit. They had that nice win versus Thirst, and now moving forward, it seems they haven't been able to follow up on that. We really need them to catch momentum because this off week, granted they do have off, I just don't, it's not like they have someone new to the team.
Right.
They don't have to work on much besides actually being a team.
Right, exactly. We are getting into the picks and bans phase. Cognitive Red, it looks like, is going to be your first pick today. Chunks will have option for double pick. They have the second ban phase plus chaos side, so they do have the advantage going in. We're going to start the day off with a Cognitive Red ban coming out. We're going to see
Bye-bye. Good. Good for her. Freya has been doing a lot of damage in this past week.
So you know what? This is strong to me, and a lot of people might be confused about this because she's not top 4. There's no way she's not top 4.
You don't think so?
But she's also not strong enough to be first picked, right? So if you don't want to first pick her, you're almost guaranteed to give it up. You're almost guaranteed to give it up, and they can't give up Freya because both times the Chunks have won, Unique has been playing Freya.
Yeah, that's a very, very good target ban now. And now onto the picking phase here.
Wait.
Well, real quick, Geb was also banned during our talk, and Cirquet, and now Ra already locked in.
Mercury didn't get banned.
And this is actually going to be a reset here because one of the players was, at least I got kicked out of.
I'm pretty sure that the client said these bans are really bad and we have to start over.
They're like, well, Cirquet and Lass has had a good game with him back in the day.
Well, there's actually currently a bug with Cirquet, and one of her dash hits of the 3 legs is not hitting.
Really?
Right, so she should not be picked or banned in this case. Until that's fixed, she does not have anywhere
She doesn't even
near
exist.
the damage potential that she needs. For her to do well, she needs to hit all 3 of that.
Yeah.
And if she's not going to hit all 3, you need to get at least 2. And with shutting down the one that you can hit the easiest, and that being the closest one to you, there's no way that she should be played. Mercury, however, that should have been an auto lock right off the bat. I'm surprised that they let Raw through. But I remember going into Cog Red and Cog Prime at the LAN event. Both teams actually said, hey, we need to get Raw. That's our plan, is just take Raw away from Boosh, and then Stealth. And then they're like, yeah, we're just going to take Raw and make sure that, Stealth doesn't get it or Omega doesn't get it. That was both their plans. And it was funny because Game 1, they banned Raw out and Cognitive Prime won.
Okay.
And then Game 2, they didn't ban Raw and Boosh dominated. Incredible.
And both Boosh and Stealth both not being able to play Kukaclan because, he's banned out until after the week here. So it doesn't hurt him too much, but, it makes it really focus down on the next top god, and then that's an easy ban out there.
Right.
So normally, it's like, oh, okay, let me ban out Kukaclan here, Ao Kong, and then now he has Ra. But instead, he's off the table. You really have an easy pick as to which one to ban.
Boosh has done amazing things with Ao Kwang or Kukulkan now, and Ra. Pretty much everyone who shoots their ult in a straight line, he hides behind walls, he throws it in the most conspicuous places, and people consistently are walking right into it. His prediction ability is unreal.
Yeah, it's all about the lead. There's a little bit of luck, but, honestly, when you think about it, too, it's just like everything. You do it for a very, very long time, then you start reading players' movement, and you're like, okay, I can predict that he's going to go just about right there. And when it hits, there's no better feeling. There's no better feeling. And, the interesting thing, too, looking at this right here, we did have a player DC. We're now going back into it. They were hovering over Thor. And, Gars... I can let you finish the sentence.
I would
Gars with Thor's available?
No, just ban Thor. They already threw the ban threat, so you got to take him away. Cyclone Spin is hovering over Thor right now. Samshrew hovering over Mercury, and it looks like he will lock both of those in.
Yeah, so Thor's going to be locked in, and Mercury. This is the first time Mercury hasn't been banned today.
Yeah.
And it's almost surprising that Ionic didn't grab him first pick, just because of how strong he is.
I like that. So Mercury and Thor, it says Kumbhakarna on the screen. That is inaccurate.
Yeah.
It is a Mercury lock-in, so don't be worried about that just yet. Left side option over to Cognitive Red. they have a lot to choose from here.
They do.
With the Ra, I mean, Ra super able to. He adds anything to any team. I mean, maybe not as much as Mercury, who can literally be put into any role and do well. They have a lot. So Hunbots and Apollo going to be locked in. Option over to the Chunks, where Aurora will be picking, whether for himself or for his team. Not sure just yet. What we do know is Thor is basically either a jungler or a support.
Yeah.
Mercury is usually solo jungle or hunter. But with Aurora, I mean, this actually might be Thor support.
I wonder if, well, I think the big tell for us will be if Athena gets banned.
Right.
If Athena gets banned, then we can basically be like, okay, that's probably going to be a Thor support. But
this is actually
if she
one of the
doesn't-
reasons, by the way, that second pick is so strong, because they have pick, ban, pick opportunity here.
and side.
Right, yeah, and Chaos side. But this is huge. They're able to pick something and then counter pick it immediately, and that's so strong. It looks like Rama's going to be locked in, putting Mercury into the jungle or the solo. And then
Okay.
Thor still has a jungle or support, but Rama is definitely going to be your hunter.
Yeah, and looking at the ban already coming in quick, my man Bacchus.
Rip.
Thank God. Well, at least they banned him. So now that probably tells me that they could be trying to fish out Athena here if Cograd doesn't grab it. But if they don't, I think we might see Thor jungle. But if they do, then I don't know.
Thor jungle Fenrir support is definitely still possible. The
Yeah.
guys in Chunks love their assassin supports. Thor, of course, does have the ability to go into other roles as well. Zhang Kuei will be getting taken off the table here as we go back to the Fat Chunks as they have their counter pick opportunity right now.
Who would you go for in this scenario?
I would say Fenrir support last.
Okay.
Right here, actually, you know what? They kind of need a magical support, given the fact, or otherwise they're going to need duo and mid here, and then Thor would support, and then Mercury would jungle. Agni is definitely a good pick. This is really, really smart. Huge damage, great AoE, and good follow-up to both Thor and Mercury. I like that. I like that a lot.
This is going to be good. Now over to Cograd. It's got to be Athena. Athena's gonna be it. I know
Wukong.
it may be Wukong,
Wukong.
but like those are your two options right now. With
This to
Bacchus off the
me,
table.
right here, is Wukong Aphrodite.
Wukong Aphrodite.
Wukong Aphrodite
Why
is...
Aphrodite in the mix?
Oh, she's incredibly strong.
Oh.
So much damage, so much control. Sobek actually getting hovered on in tier. I actually could not have been any farther off the mark.
Yeah, no. So now that makes me feel
I
better.
went from mage to warrior and from warrior support to guardian. Like, that was completely wrong.
Hey, broken clock's right twice a day. So you just got accidentally unlucky. That's it. Any other game, you would have gotten it right.
They're hovering.
Stop it.
They're hovering on Ares.
Stop it. What's funny is in our random games last night, Snoopy was running around with Ares just kind of crushing through people just because he has fun. And he stole just about every single speed buff from Mercury because Kevin was jungling. It was
Production in the ear. Getting real mad.
Oh, no. Kevin was playing with us too. He was so mad. And oh, my sweet child of mine.
Locked it in.
Well.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, so... No, okay, there it goes. Aurora does have Ares. It's going to be Ares support. Samshrew currently has Mercury. Going to switch that, it looks like, with Unique in a second here. It looks like Thor is actually going to be solo. Wait, they're not switching. Are they trolling us? Samshrew, can you just be a person?
Samshrew's hanging out, bro.
This kid's such a troll.
He's...
Hold on, I'm not reporting. There's the switch.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Wait! They double switch. Ares is going to the solo lane. It is Thor support. Rama's gonna be your hunter, and Mercury's going to the jungle.
What?
The trolls at the last minute switching it up.
What?
So it looks like we're gonna have. Actually, this is an amazing pick. Anatoly brought this out a couple months back.
Okay.
Ares versus Tyr is bad words. A lot of bad words.
Why?
Because the chains cripple, and he needs to move. That's all it is he's constantly using dashes. Fearlesses are movement abilities. So by getting that 9-second cripple off, or how, it's actually very close to 7.5 seconds at max range.
Stop it.
7.5 seconds doing a ridiculous amount of damage
I
early
almost
game.
don't want to believe you.
And you know what's funny is if Tyr moves into the creep wave, he gets the first chain off and the archers, and the melees, and then he can chase it with it, applying them as he moves around, hitting the creeps repeatedly with the chains, and then of course has the fire for percent damage. This is really smart. Fat Chunks came in with their homework done. They're looking for the win today.
The question, I guess, then rests on the shoulders of, can Cyclone Spin bring a mean Ares game? That's the most
I
important
have never seen him
factor.
do this in a competitive setting.
I don't think we haven't seen Aries yet in the SPL, and I can have my guys in my ear kind of test to that, I think. But I'm pretty sure Aries has not made an appearance here.
Maybe not very often, at least.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've seen it, but let's take a look at the guys on COG Red and their amazing KDAs here. Devios at a 3.4. He's going to be going solo lane tier. We got Boosh going mid lane, 8.1. We're going to see Snoopy at 4.1 going Hunter, of course. Eonic's going to be going to that lane as well, the little baby face at 8.1 as well. And then, of course, the Gars going jungle. He has the Hun bots. He has the control. But let's take a look at the guys. This is the Fat Chunks Assemble. They have a big game today because they have to start getting some wins on the board.
They have to.
They have the lineup to do it, though.
Yep, they do. So, taking a look, solo lane. Cyclone Spin bringing out the Aries.
Love it.
Hurrywind in the mid lane. Aurora, the Guardian. Sam Shrew, or nah, the youngest pro I think we have out here.
I think he's like 12, 13?
Maybe 10.
9?
Unique, yeah, give or take.
Are we
sex.
just counting down?
Yeah, basically. We're too old. We're past that age of like
I don't
where
wanna talk
anything
about
makes
it.
sense. Yeah, you're older than me too.
Don't.
Unique in the jungle here. And as I bring up the stats here, Sobek on Eonic is 2 for 2.
Right.
So then on the other side, I think Aries has been played twice. Incon has won 1 game. El Brochacho, back when he was a Guardian, played him once. He actually got a loss with that. But we've yet to see him in the solo lane. So this is going to be interesting, man.
I like it. I think the lineup is strong. They have great presence. They have a lot of really strong characters in Agni Mercury. And then, of course, Aries has the counter matchup. I mean, there's a lot of potential here for them to really maybe shut COG Red down. The only difference is that individual player skill, they're really not that far apart. Snoopy is probably the best of the bunch in terms of mechanics, but in talking of teamwork, I mean, COG Red has a huge advantage going into this game. They have the veteran teamwork. They have huge chemistry. They've been together for a while. The Fat Chunks have seen a lot of roster changes over the past couple months. I mean, I don't think any single person aside from Cyclone Spin was on this team when they first created it. I mean,
that's wild.
There's a lot of switching up. So they definitely have some groundwork to make up here. But there's an option. We're getting into the game here. This is going to be the final game of the day, Red versus Chunks.
Now, here's a couple things I want to say here. And the first thing is Fat Chunks, when they came into the league, were known for breaking the meta and really just throwing a bunch of new stuff at people that they had no idea what to expect.
Right.
And now it seems like they've kind of gotten away from that in the SPL.
Sobek. Oh, that's
he's
trouble.
do this.
Sobek versus Unique. Actually, they both have really, really capable flings. 5v5 here. Actually, did they even see that they were coming? What are they doing? They're just warding as a group. Okay, very smart. Thought we were going to have a shot there. We did not.
Yeah, no. And Snoopy's like, okay, want no piece of that. Get out of there. But so Fat Chunks, they came in and they were like notorious for bringing just a bunch of different stuff. Sam Shrew always throwing wild and crazy things at the Hunter roll.
Right.
And a lot of people attest that for their success. But now we've gotten away from that. What do you think?
You started talking about the crazy hunters, and the first thing I thought is I really wish Allied would do ADC Scylla again. It was my favorite.
What?
It was amazing.
Stop it.
It was amazing. And he did so well, and he never went back to it. I would pay to see it again.
You're crazy.
I would pay.
You would pay?
I would pay.
Yeah, some donation money?
$6.
Okay.
I think that's an appropriate amount of money.
I think so, too. How many gems is $6?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I have no idea.
Maybe you should have you got to speak to me in gems, bro.
So, topside, it looks like the Chunks are going to do a awkward two-man grouping at blue. Aurora's going to be doing the mid-camps here. They're going to switch this up, giving a little bit more experience to Agni as opposed to giving it away to Rama. Actually, Aurora just did that for free.
Yeah.
Agni's not getting any experience at all here.
Agni didn't get anything.
He's not going to get anything. By the time these creeps die, he'll have maybe the 2 small ones. This is going to hurt. I mean, Boosh is going to shove that down.
Yeah, Hurriedwind actually really... I'm not sure what the plan was there, but the Boosh is sure as hell going to make him pay for that one.
Top side, Cyclone Spin looking for it. He gets the chains off. They're doing some damage. 2 chains applied. Third one actually misses. DVL should be able to get out of this in just a second, but the damage is getting done. Unique is super low. They're getting greedy. The double fearless. He's going for it. He doesn't have the switch here. Herwin's coming in. He's trying to get healed up. Nice rotation in, but Cyclone's going to find it.
Amazing heal coming down. Cyclone will be able to get one. Down he goes to the Boosh. Not the person Hurriedwind wanted to see get that kill, but the heal that the Boosh laid down in that fight was
kills.
perfect. That was humongous.
3
3
kills.
to 1 already.
Samshrew actually dies as well to the Barracuda. I'm sorry, to the Snoopy Ionic combo of course, Fling. They have the Mesmerize. They have the knockback on the moves, chasing up through the dash. Very, very smart play. Cognitive Red comes out with a more traditional team comp, and it seems to be traditionally giving them a lot more gold.
Yeah, and you know, I want to
the
know.
miss.
Oh no, there's a lot of damage here. Chunks of Roar getting his piece of that. Samshrew able to get a kill on Ionic. Snoopy still hanging out in the lane. He does have to be careful.
Geez.
Thor may be able to go in here, and he's looking at it, and he's doing so much damage. He's going to go in on it. Almost able to get this kill. Misses it. Samshrew will get that kill. A little bit greedy of Snoopy.
Do you remember when this was 3 to 1?
Yes.
Pepperidge Farm remembers when this was 3 to 1.
I hate you with the fiery passion.
I also hate their food. They actually make the most disgusting food. Oh,
they are
God.
awful.
Jesus.
I hate you so much, man.
That's fine. That's fine. We go home after this game anyway.
Okay, so Cyclone Spin starting off with Mark of the Vanguard.
Oh, yeah. This is really smart because it's actually going to allow him to jump into the creep wave and take 6 forms of damage at 5 damage less. This is a really good way for him to get into the mix and continuously doing damage to Devios. Now, he does have a kill, but Devios has some as well. He's 1-1-1. And look at the damage come out. He missed the second chain there. If he got all 3 off, that was a guaranteed kill, and this is why this lane is so strong.
Well, Devios he's probably going to need to be babysat a little bit better over here. But meanwhile, Sobek starting to rotate in here. I thought he was going to go around the other side and possibly go for a throw on Samshrew, but looks like they're just going to play this one slow here after Samshrew kind of got the best of him last time.
But this is the issue with the lane, because even though he just sent them back, he has no way to clear. Oh, Hand of the Gods. Yes, he does.
Oh, look at that. See?
See? Everything's
yeah,
covered.
You jumped to the conclusions, Matt.
That's the worst idea I've ever seen.
You've never seen Awful
No,
Space?
that's why I said it. Okay, anyway,
okay.
we got a
I was like, come on.
We got a stun combo as well. Giannis going to have to dash
great
up out.
tail whip.
Actually, he's going to go into his ultimate. Roar's going to burn him down, and Chunks are suddenly in the lead in kills. Not quite in gold just yet. Snoopy jumps into a rather precarious position.
Snoopy getting very ballsy there. Hopefully we don't have a disconnect here for this team either, but the Boosh is able to try to start on this, and were they able to get it?
Yes.
Roar taking a lot of damage. Gar's going in. Super hot Boosh not there for the follow-up, but he's able to hop out of that.
I'm really surprised we didn't see. That was a 2v3. Of course, Boosh did have his ultimate available, but aside from that, they had a lot of control. And where was Samshrew that whole time?
Hanging out. He was or 9.
It looks like you think Samshrew's going to join in on this fight? Or not?
Nah.
It looks like he did finish up the Devourer's Gauntlets, giving him 3,100 gold total right now. Not good, not too bad, considering he is 200 ahead of Snoopy right now, and the Dev Gloves are finished. That's huge. Oh my God, Snoopy actually just backed. No, he has it.
Okay.
I saw the Curse Gauntlet come out, but he had enough to finish it up, and he did.
Yeah, that's big for him. You want to go back and, you know, why did we see the meta kind of change to these Dev Gloves?
I mean, sustainability is important. Look at Cyclone Spin, right lane. There's a big opportunity. Second chain activated, third chain activated, plus the knockback a little bit too early. I would have liked to see Unique. Wait there, he's got the pull! Devios was too soon. Great counterplay. Can he get away? He's looking to make him look here. The team jumps in. Double slow. He's healed. I can't even deal with this. Can't even deal with this.
Oh my God, and the worst part about that is he had no idea it was coming. Look at your mini-map on the right side. Not a single ward for him to know that that rotation was there. Bye-bye jungle, bye-bye game almost.
Jeez, man, that is a huge turnaround. That was a free kill onto Devios. They mistimed their abilities. They got too greedy. They didn't use things in the correct order. They didn't min-max their damage, and they paid for it. Great rotation again. While Devios made a pretty decent play, he mucked up the escape. He should have died there, but the Boosh is incredible. Rotates quick, gets the heal, gets the body block. Gars comes in as well with the slow and the somersault. I'm just so impressed.
Let's not take anything away from Ionic as well. Getting a piece of that pie as quickly as humanly possible. Ionic, you know, you don't even see him. You can't expect him to be anywhere. That's
the true support.
If you play Cog Red, you should be investing so much money into wards just so you can get the pathing.
I feel like Ionic would be a really good bassist in like a band.
Okay.
Because like without the bassist, the music just sounds horrible, but you're never supposed to see them. We got an ultimate in the left side. Looks like they're doing some damage to Snoopy. He blinds out one, but it's not going to be enough. Aurora picks the kill up, and Chunks are keeping themselves alive here, but they're still down about 1,000.
Yeah, and Snoopy's actually, this is the first time I've seen him kind of get, not bullied in the lane, but really get killed a lot in the lane, which is very, very unusual for Snoopy. Snoopy is very technologically sound.
So right side, they're going to group up here on Cog Red to get the mid camps. Left side hasn't spawned just yet, not even blinking. A good disparity in favor of Cog Red right now because it's giving them the opportunity to push the wave and get over there. Now, Aurora has used his stun. He's used Berserker's Barrage. Nice tail whip coming through. It looks like that one's going to go through. Aurora's out of mana, and Aurora's going to be out of health here.
Oh, God, the boost should have one kill. There's going to be that one. Snoopy, a little bit late to the party, wanted to get a piece of that pie. And now this is going to help the Boosh a lot to finish out this Warlock Sash. And how things are going for him, he is just farming at will, which is what Raw does.
Right.
But you put it in the hands of the Boosh with his ridiculous 9.9 KD, things only get worse.
This guy has been just an incredible force for this team. I mean, and going into the LAN event, he was considered one of the bottom players. I mean,
get out of here.
You talk about Devios, you talk about Boosh. These two players were just not considered by the rest of the Pro League to be up to snuff, and they came in guns blazing. And now, I mean, I don't know many people who don't consider Boosh to be the most valuable player currently in the SPL.
You know, that's the thing about Cog Red. Is that you could paint that argument between
any of the
Ionic,
five.
Yeah, any of the five.
Any
really.
of the five.
Any
They're
of the
incredible.
Five. Yeah, and that's exactly it. Snoopy actually going to get caught again. Aurora babysitting Samshrew. He's like, you know what? Screw you, Snoopy. I want nothing to do. A little bit of dodge. He's white boy wasted over there, man.
Hurwin out of nowhere comes in. Quick flame wave. Right side going for an opportunity again onto Devios. You know, Devios is probably the only tier player left in the SPL, and I would definitely say if he's not the only one, he's the best one. But at the same time, the character still has too many glaring weaknesses. This should have been something like Hercules, a character that he excels at so greatly and has so much push potential and damage in the endgame. The issue here is that Ares is going to fall off late game, but so is Tyr.
Hey, take a look at that active there from Devios. Is that a teleport?
He's doing this again.
He's doing the teleport again.
He likes it, man. I mean,
I haven't seen it make an impact.
Not yet, but this is allowing him to, I guess, maintain his ability to stay in lane. And given the fact that he is a death already, where Cyclone has 2, and he's a level ahead, it's going to work out. Now, if he didn't use it last time, he's going to use it here.
All right, now talk to me a little bit about the difference between why Boosh is deciding on the Warlock Sash, and on the other side, Hurrywin looks to be finishing out that Bancroft.
It looks like Hurrywin, actually, he might even stick with the Talent Trinket for at least a little while. He's still about 800 gold away from getting that finished up. He's just looking for burst damage from as far away as possible. Speaking of burst, Garz throws some hits down, actually avoids the heal, not really sure why, but he's going to rotate over towards the right, where Devios, once again, is getting some decent damage off Cyclone Sin, starting to fall off here a little bit.
Oh, God, he's actually going to go for the dive. In comes the chains. Shouldn't have too much to worry about. Gets out of that. But here comes Unique. And nothing's going to happen out of that. But meanwhile, Ionic is going to spot a roar. That's at least going to give Snoopy an idea. And the Boosh is actually going to get a kill on Unique.
Yeah, right there. They double ulted. We saw Fear No Evil and Searing Pain come out to ensure that they had enough damage to burn down Unique, who is currently, as Mercury, probably the #1 god in the SPL right now. Level 9. Lowest in the game. Actually tied with Snoopy.
Uh-oh, here comes another dive. Cyclone Spin. Great blink out of there.
Left side, we have some more pressure. It looks like it wasn't stolen away. It was, actually, no, yes, it was picked up by Rama there. It looks like they're trying to just escape. Snoopy taking some damage is pretty far behind Samshrew, which is not something we've seen too often.
Not at all. And the right tower is going to go ahead and go down. Meanwhile, back on the left lane here, Ionic doing a little bit of damage to Aurora. They do have to be pretty careful here in this lane because Snoopy is behind. In comes the stun. A lot of damage coming from that.
You know, we talk about all these fights and how the fights are going evenly. They're only a kill down. Oh, is he going up into the air? Snoopy going to take one, going to not take the second. There's no chance of him dying there. Let's go back to the conversation here. They're currently up 2,500 gold on Cog Red, despite only being up by 1 kill, which is really showing the farm potential. Granted, 500 of that is from a tower, but that's a 2,000 difference for a 1 kill disparity. I don't understand how that is happening. I mean, that's just they're showing how strong of a team they are.
Well, I mean, Cog Red obviously does an amazing job at the farm, and I don't think anyone else can really handle that as well. But, I mean, Tyr, with the teleport, he should be losing this lane very badly to Ares,
Well,
but
I
he's
mean,
doing a good job.
That's the thing is he's letting the teleport keep him in the mix, not missing experience, not missing gold, never letting things get to his tower, using it to be aggressive so that way he can push him out, get back quickly, and put damage to the tower, which is why we see that that tower's already down.
Yeah, so much clear here. And you know, Ionic is able to get a lot of free farm by himself because Snoopy has been taken out. He's been a little bit slow on those rotations back to help out Snoopy, but he's done so much else for the rest of the team. Snoopy can't even be close to mad.
Right now, Aurora, 5,200 gold, sitting on 1,300 himself, whereas Ionic's sitting on 17, about to go back. More than likely, once we see him get back there, we're going to see probably a steel mail here. It'll be built into Sovereignty. It'll give him more pressure. Mystical Mail, actually something we see a lot on Sobek as well. It's something that could come out, and they don't really need a ton of defense considering how much has already been built. The Warlock Sash is online. You can see the Stone of Gaia getting started with the Talisman on the bottom. And then Snoopy, of course, does have lifesteal. Do you think that's a good buy,
the Stone of Gaia, on him?
It depends. I mean, with the amount of a magical damage, sure. I mean, Cyclone Spin's doing a lot. Hurwin's doing a lot. Honestly, I would have liked to see Devios not come out with Heavy Hammer. I really would have liked to see him come out with Mark of the Vanguard. Just because Ares is doing dot damage. It's all dot damage. And reducing all of that dot damage by 5, that would be huge.
Yeah, well, we do have a Unique versus Gars comparison here, which is going to be a matchup in the jungle, as you can take a look here. Gars, 78%. In the win category, and 517 gold per minute on the other side, 29% here.
Let's look at that smile. Looks like he's auditioning for a commercial.
Oh, no. He's
making us all look
He's
bad.
like a young Enrique Iglesias. Yeah, that's a good comparison right there. Think about it.
Unique not doing as well in the win-loss percent. You can see at 29 right now, gold per minute, suffering almost 100 behind. But he's done well for his team. I mean, you know, when you talk about strong points on a team, Unique generally is the one that we bring up a lot, has such a great amount of control over his jungle, though this game not finding that same kind of, I guess, success. He's 0-3-2, has had some trouble in the early game, mainly due to 2 initiations that were his, and they were botched.
Yeah, and so, you know, how come it seems like Cog Red doesn't really worry about the objectives that much, right? Like, we don't see the groupings around the Gold Fury that we're used to seeing, like, from the last game or from even TSM. We don't see that from Cog Red. Why is that?
You know, they are such mechanically skilled players, on top of the fact that their teamwork in team fights is, I think, bar none, the best in the world right now.
Okay.
So instead of looking for opportunities to push for objectives, they generally use the objectives to bait team fights, forcing the team fights, winning the team fights, and then taking their opportunity with the free movement around the map to take those objectives later on.
Well, that's going to be interesting. You know, I as well as Unique and Aurora have been doing in this, I think Aurora has to still make more noise. I mean, he's 1-1-4, so he's doing amazing.
Well, I mean, honestly, Aurora does well, but you have to contribute a lot of that to Samshrew, who actually in this case is doing very well against Snoopy. Actually, they have a reverse KDA. It's 1-4-4-1. Snoopy obviously has a major difference over Samshrew, over 100 gold per minute higher, much higher win percent, much higher KDA. Yet you can see that even though Snoopy is right now has the highest stats of any hunter, Samshrew is keeping himself in it. He's a level ahead. He also has 300 gold higher, but that kind of speaks to Snoopy as well, because while Snoopy is 1-3-0 and Samshrew's 2-1-2, there's a 300 gold difference. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then again, there's been a lot of split between the gold. Aurora's been hanging out a lot.
Yeah, there has been. So we're going to go ahead and go to a quick break and get everything sorted out so we can catch up with the pause. As soon as we come back, we should have the game. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The action is underway here as we see in a potential Gold Fury as Garz is actually going to be coming from behind. A lot of damage onto Samshrew, and Samshrew's going to go up to the skies. Will Hurrywind live? No, he will not. Down he goes as well. That's going to be 3 huge kills and possibly a Gold Fury as Ares is going to lock in on Ionic, is able to get that kill, but Boosh is able to secure another one as well.
Yeah, 4 for 1, no problem. They're not going to have a hand 3 on either. Actually, Cyclone Spin does have a hand 3. Does he have the blink available, and is he crazy enough to go for it?
Does he have the balls, basically, is how this is going to work out.
Snoopy can tank this for free, though. Oh, I'm not sure why he moved forward there. Looks like they're going to turn their sights to Cyclone. They might get in trouble here. No, they pick it up. That's a full deicide, and there goes the 1,500 as well.
That is, you know, on one side, you know, you're like Cyclone Spin has to kind of contest for it, right? At this point, it's early enough to where if he gets the steal, then his team's going to be very great.
Well, he needed the steal. They just lost 4 people. They were already down a ton. Looking at the board now, if you take a look at the charts, 5,400 gold behind on top of 6,000 experience.
Yeah, and the Boosh was able to grab those mid-harpies there. The right side still open as well. He does have to be a little bit worried, but he's just going to head back here. Meanwhile, taking a look, I mean, the Cog Red just keeps on extending their lead.
So, mid lane getting pushed here once again. It looks like Ionic's going to have to rotate in to make sure this is safe. You're going to see Gars behind him as well. Overall, though, despite only having 5 kills, there's 5,000 gold difference, and we're going to start to see Cog Red really start to push for this. Look at the levels as well. Boosh is 16 right now.
Yeah, Boosh he's been crushing. Snoopy does have to be a little bit careful over here. Aurora might go in on him, but it might not happen as well. He does just need to play a little bit safe. He's been getting a little bit ballsy here. Maybe a little reckless, some would say, here in this duo lane.
You know, I really like that Snoopy has been left alone for so long, and the fact that Chunks are trying to punish it. They just stole away the blue buff. They know that Ionic likes to rotate, and they're trying to abuse that fact, but at the same time, Aurora's rotations have been very, very slow. He's down a level right now, on top of the fact that he's also down 1,300 gold on a character that's not nearly as inherently tanky. So where you see the Iron Mail picked up and the Steel Mail ready to go, there is no sovereignty in sight.
Yep, Samsher taking a lot of damage there from the Snoopy one-on-one. Snoopy really trying to be a little bit aggressive here. There's a big rotation on this side, though. Look at this. Gars and Ionic grouping up together. There is a unique there. Ionic could get a pull, and I think they're going to go in on this, DM.
Speaking of unique, he has optioned it into 3rd item Golden Bow in the jungle. A little ill-conceived here. I don't think that's a good call. They're going to Snoopy. He's getting up into the air. That's going to be a wasted ultimate come out. I don't know if they're going to have an opportunity to go much farther. Snoopy reinitiates. They're looking for something, but this is a little awkward.
Yeah, this has been a full-blown dive here, and they're just kind of waiting to see. Aurora's going to go all the way into the back. Ionic can smell blood, barely misses the toss there on Hurrywind, so now he's going to go back. They know that's going to be a cooldown. That's a good stun there from Hurrywind, but no follow-up at all.
Usually, taking 5 people to get a tier 1 is not a great idea unless you're pushing for the win. But considering the fact that they were able to push out 5 people to that side as well, not bad. Looks like 2
the
people
Boosh
pulled.
is coming in from behind.
Trouble.
He's going to have one. Can he get the snipe on the other one? There's going to be one. Cyclone Spin all by himself. Ionic's going to soft serve that one up to the Boosh, and he just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Man. His KD is going to be insane. He's 8-0.
It looked to me in that fight that was perfect. I mean, what more could you have wanted than Ares forcing out 2 people inside of Agni Bombs, and yet still, through amazing play by Gars and Boosh, they're able to immediately turn that one around, somehow turning what should have been a 2-0 free into a 2-3, allowing Cog Red to not only push the pressure into the jungle, but get another tier 1 as well, extending their lead up to 6,800.
Yeah, the Boosh is just crushing. He already has a Ward Stone, going to be building towards a lot of damage here. And on top of that, they do have control of both the mid-Harpies. Boosh is going to get this right camp, I think, assuming all goes according to plan. Oh, actually, he's going to go for the back.
Speaking of Wardstone, this is something we should see coming onto Ares. Again, opting into Witchblade. I don't really love this pick. The whole point of Ares is that he does a lot of damage to a single target. Building Witchblade is not going to give him enough damage. Sure, he'll gain the passive from the aura, but honestly, aside from that, he's not gaining enough to stay relevant. They're focusing way too much on the CC chains, and as the beads all start to get picked up here, as you see 2 level 3 purification beads coming out for both Boosh and Gars, it's going to be much harder to set up those instant kills.
Yeah, and you know what else I haven't seen? I haven't seen Devious really throw this teleport into too much of help after the initial laning phase.
Right.
You know, like, it's kind of just wasted. I'd almost rather like to see him sell it and possibly go for something else.
At this point, I think there should be a decent amount of selling going on.
Maybe a blink.
Ionic doesn't need this Watcher's Gift. He's barely in lane. Selling that to maybe finish up that Magi's as fast as possible isn't something he should turn away from so soon. Though, granted, he would lose 100 health, but you technically only lose about 240 gold for selling an item. Snoopy can hang on to the Death's Toll. Boosh can hang to the Vamp Shroud. Gar should probably hang on to the Bumbles for a little while longer as well. But get that Watchers out of there pretty soon.
Yeah, and this looks like they're going to be setting up for the Gold Fairy. Ionic Going to be zoning everyone out. You can kind of see the rotation here from Devios as he's going to go right through the mid lane here. And we might see a little bit more of a grouping as Tyr is going to shove this mid lane and then get over to them as quick as possible. But the question is does Fett Chunks recognize that they have no Ares? He's in his respected lane.
So bottom side, Snoopy finally getting a piece of that blue buff. The Gold Fury is going to respawn. The ward cover is just vastly in favor of Cog Red right now, but Herwin's going to rotate over as he sees the respawn. He knows they're going for it. Ionic goes for the dive, misses completely. Aurora needs to get in there. Are we going to see an ultimate?
It's a good possibility. Aurora, he needs to get into the party here. They might just give this one away, and they do. They wanted no piece of that, and now Tyr was able to go all the way back to his lane. He's going to continue to push that, and Ionic's going to go ahead and jump up into the business.
Cyclone Spin taking some damage here, not enough to really deter inside the heal. They burn down Cyclone Spin before the ult goes off, but remember, that is still a cooldown. Diving deep, Aurora's going to take the full brunt of the damage from lurking in the waters as he tries to escape. Snoopy joins the fight, looking for blood.
That's a great mesmerize. There's so much damage. Unique.
Boosh.
Oh, Boosh. Snoopy!
Oh, that was close. He looked for it. Nice dash. Great presence of mind coming out from Herwin. The issue is they just lost a 4v5. All the while, little baby Devios going for it in the right side, gets a tier 2 and 1,500 gold as they continue to pressure forward.
Oh my god, so much damage there. The Boost really just hoping Ionic can get someone to grab at him. And there's so much damage coming down there. He's diving Phoenixes because he just doesn't care at this point. He wants it, and Snoopy's like, do you want me to go?
Worth. I mean, they just got 2 tier 2s for that on top of a kill themselves. That extends their lead to 12,000 gold at 19, almost 20 minutes. That is the nigh on insurmountable.
Yeah, and in comes the heal there from the Boosh. The Boosh spotting Hurrywin. There's a lot of damage here. Snoopy able to live. Devios is able to get a kill of his own. The Garz is going to rotate into the action here in the mid lane here. Stun coming down there. That's a lot of damage.
This is the ultimate right there. Once again, Fear No Evil going to pay off as they do trade a 1-for-1. Boosh sitting inside of the heal, trying to keep himself alive as he sprints away from Samshrew. They're going to turn on the kid here. Snoopy trying to find some kind of space to box out Samshrew. Boosh again! Finds a shot from the back. Snoopy versus Aurora's. We're going to see a turnaround here. He'll be able to stay alive. Can Samshrew find the hit?
Samshrew's going to probably get taken out by the Boosh here as he's going to fly in here. The Boosh getting another kill to his side. This is called destruction. He has 10 kills, 0 deaths, 8 assists. He's been involved in 18 fights out of 21.
This kid, I have to assume that I live in a book and that Boosh is the main character and he has plot armor, right? I mean, you ever read a book where these heroes put themselves in the worst situation imaginable, but they get out because of some kind of nonsense plot device that the author creates? Some kind of author right now is writing Boosh into these things where he's hitting these ridiculous snipes and getting these shots over the wall that people should not even be running into. His prediction ability is outrageous.
I just don't know how they can even a Divine Ruin right now is not going to help anything.
Oh,
it's not going to help anything.
Nothing.
They literally have to worry about the Boosh more than anyone.
And Aurora is so far behind at this point that he had to opt into going into Midgardian Mail just to get this item finished and get some extra protections. He doesn't even have the presence right now to go for the sovereignty.
He doesn't even have a Jotun.
Are they going in here? I heard Thor go up into the air. You can see Devios in the back line. Gonna find 2. Gar's going for mid-camp as Aurora lands. Oh, he's going to pay for that one.
Yeah, Devios all up in the action here. He's going to be pushing up here. Aurora.
Oh,
God. Gar's doing a lot of damage. He has a slow on him. Will he go down? Snoopy comes into the fight. That's going to be a 5-on-4. They're looking for another one. We do have Hurrywin kind of hanging out in the mid lane. This should be a FG.
All right, all eyes right now are going to be on Cyclone Spin, the only one left on the Fat Chunks as they are trying to assemble to get near that Fire Giant, but Devios is keeping the blink on cooldown, forcing the ultimate. Fire Giant's going down as Herwin's trying to get some kind of restitution in the mid lane, but he's not going to find enough. If he continues down this path and doesn't escape now, he's going to wind up
He's got to be careful. Snoopy actually triggered his sprint. He wants this one-on-one so bad versus Hurrywin.
And look at the option coverage.
Smell it. Look at this. They are cutting off all angles here. This is going to be really, really important for Hurrywin. He's going to have no idea that the Boosh is waiting for him, and the Boosh actually not paying attention to the rotation.
He's just covering the option.
He's just covering.
I think he's actually DC'd.
He might be DC'd. They might be going for this as well. Snoopy taking a lot of damage here. He is able to get this kill with Ionic, and now in comes Unique. Snoopy and Ionic should be able to clean this one up as well.
They're looking for it. Cyclone Spin actually does finish off Gars. Boosh is running into wall. Thank God Cog Red did not go for the pause again. We've seen them lose too many times this way. Devio's trying to disengage here. Should be about 2 more seconds. I'd say that they're safe to pause at this point, but he's getting close.
I think he...
Oh, they don't have any more pauses?
They don't have any more pauses, which makes sense. So now... he is still disconnected. So
they
right
have a
now,
power play.
This is going to be a 5-on-4 for the next X amount of time. If Fat Chunks loses this 5-on-4, that's going to be kind of embarrassing.
No, I mean, I don't think so. They have Fire Giant. They're 14,000 gold in the lead. I would still bet a vast amount of money that Cog Red could take the next fight. Though Boosh has been instrumental in their fights, given the fact that he's put up 10,000 damage and 12,000 healing. They can do it without it. Fat Chunks are very far behind him. And you look at the board right now, we have no one under level 17, whereas 17 is basically their highest level aside from Whirlwind right now.
Well, the one thing I would be worried about if you are a Cog Red fan is the simple fact that when you have a player disconnect, you always change the way you play.
Right.
You know, you play a little bit safer, you start grouping up, start farming up,
and you know what?
Now we actually Gold Fury fights are going to be very, very difficult.
I like the split push here. There, you know, it's kind of maybe
Scumbag-ish.
a little unsportsmanlike to try to force out the power play, but you know what? This is the Pro League. Pro League, you play to win.
Yeah, you have to.
A win is a win is a win. All that matters right now is the W.
Oh my God, they're going to end up getting this.
How are they going to take this?
They
didn't lose a single objective so far.
They haven't lost one thing that hasn't even been contested yet. In fact, Hurrywin might be in trouble if he doesn't be safe.
He actually just dashed there. He doesn't really have a good line of sight for the stun. In fact, he misses it. Ionic trying to move forward. The Magi's Blessing kept him alive through it. Damage coming through to Hurrywin. Blinks into the backline for Samshrew, and strangely, Gars does not go for the ult.
And meanwhile, we do have a fight. Snoopy singled out here by a roar.
The teleport.
You have to be a little bit careful. In comes the teleport. A lot of damage. Down goes Ionic. So much problem. Snoopy does have to worry about this.
Look at
Here
Devios.
comes the blink. Devios. So much damage. 5-on-4. There's going to be another one. Snoopy up in the action. 2 stuns going down. Snoopy taking a lot of damage right now.
Snoopy is going to go down, but Devios completely undeterred, goes back into the aggression stance, looking for an opportunity to go back in, but the blink has been used. The teleport is down. Despite the fact that they didn't come out of that fight victors, 2 for 2 is going to allow them to continue pressure. It's going to allow them to stop them from pushing and abusing the power play split push opportunity.
Yeah, and Devios actually is going to go ahead and push all these lanes, take everything he can using the Hog too. He does have to be careful. He does have Unique and Cyclone Spin behind him, but he should be okay to get out of this one.
So now, Boosh still not back. Gars back at the base. Devios fighting 2 people freely.
Oh my God.
He just forced out Mercury.
He's like Spartacus.
He is absolutely Spartacus.
Yeah. Wow, that's bad. But, you know, the big thing here also is this. Luckily, the Boosh is already level 20, but the big thing here is that Fat Chunks now is going to gain a lot of experience and actually start to catch up to the members of Cog Red, which was not going to be the case if
this
the
opportunity
DC didn't happen. And finally, the Boosh has reconnected, and now he is going to go ahead and take back into lane. He's got a little extra money.
He spent some serious gold there. Still has 1,600 in pocket. Going to go into Lost Artifact. Leave the base with 1,000, actually.
Yeah, so I wonder what you think he's going to build that into.
It's going to be Rod. It has to be Rod. I mean, he could go Chronos Pendant. Does he already have it, actually?
Oh, my God. Gars gets a free kill on Unique. No ward down or anything. Just had a read that he was going to go for the speed buff because Mercury needs it.
Actually, and his red buff's about to go off. He's going to grab this as well. Ionic goes for the dive here. 3 people facing him down. Speed buff going to get picked up here in just a second.
Look at them. They're like, I don't know who wants this. Do you want this? I don't want it. A 3-man grouping. A little bit of soccer played here as.
He has a dance now.
Look at that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he headbangs pretty hard, man.
Left side Snoopy going to face down 2 as Irwin rotates over. Samshrew taking a huge amount of damage, forced to beads early. Snoopy's going to get stunned out 2 times in a row, dashing into Samshrew. Will he find the kill? He finds it. He trades it, and I'm sure he's not too happy about the way that one went, but he forced out a huge rotation to the left side, whereas Boosh, Boosh, Ionic, and Devios have rotated all the way into the Fire Giant, and Gars is going to play Bailiwick.
Now, Ionic actually has the speed buff as well. So did they both acquire the speed buff?
Yeah, it looks like top side went to Gars, and then, they got bottom side as well for Ionic.
Yeah, so that's going to be humongous here. Devios now Gonna try to zone them out as much as possible. Hurrywin wants no part of this. Devio's going right up in the action. Finds Cyclone Spin. Finally cutting in there. Will they lose this? They were able to get the Fire Giant here. Here comes a lot of damage.
They're going. Cyclone Spin finds a double push. Boost misses the ultimate, but it looks like he still finds himself a kill. Turns immortal. Chases down Hurrywin for another kill. Throwing the double puts him up to 12 kills. He is 1 kill from Godlike. Might get it, might not. As we see a teleport come through, Devios looking for Unique.
Oh my god, the Boosh. 12-0, 9 assists. He comes back, gets 2 kills like nothing has changed here.
21 of 30 kills he has been a part of.
Oh my
with
god.
no global presence.
This is gonna be the Phoenix. So are they gonna try to force a fight? I mean, if Ionic soft serves someone into the Boosh, they are basically gone.
Oh, he goes for it, misses. Not much there, but they will gain this. There's no way they can shut this amount of sustainability down.
Yeah, and the Boosh does have ult up, so if anyone even gets close to weak, he's basically going to be given a free kill, assuming he hits that. And now we do have Snoopy getting back into the game.
Gar's taking some damage here, forced to jump away. Aurora does take off the Magi's Blessing from Ionic as well. Rotation finally coming up from Snoopy. Snoopy is in the air looking for the dive.
Yep, he's going to be... Oh, he's going to rotate back and actually go for the red buff and then maybe go for the split push. No, they're going to group and push that tier 2.
I guess they realized that they have to go for the tier 2 first, so why not strip the jungle?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty smart now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm glad it has the DM seal of approval.
Ionic has the tower aggro. This is going to be free. 1,500 gold here is going to put them well over 20,000, 30 minutes into this game. They're doing a good job of staying alive here, but this is probably going to be your final push.
Well, the lanes are pushed. Aurora is going to be taken to the sky here. The Boosh is going to throw the heal down and say, come at me, bro.
Cyclone Spin was not ready. Devios willingly baiting that out. Takes about half his health total from a lot of damage. It is completely undeterred. Watch him dive into the front here. He still has blue stance of power cleave to heal himself back up, so no threat there. Here's the raw heal. There's the Fire Giant buff, and then suddenly Devios is back at full health. Yep,
and they're waiting here. The Phoenix actually taking a lot of damage here. Aurora getting smashed. The Boosh go ahead and gets all up in the action. He's going to be pushing up here. Does have Devios right in front of him, waiting to get something, and he hasn't burned anything yet.
He actually threw the ult there, but Boosh did miss it. They're going to turn to the Titan. 4 people here still for the chunks, going to try to shut this down, but with 3 lanes and no defense, they have a lot of work. Snoopy's low, Snoopy's down. 4v4 right now. They're going to try to make something work. Gar's getting low. Gar's goes down. 4v3 in favor of chunks, but still 2 more lanes of fire minions burning down. They still have to be careful.
Yeah, and Devios actually trying to distract him as the fire minions are going to go down. Devios is going to get chased out. The Boosh really thinking about getting up in here, but he's not realizing that the Devios is just crushed. And Boosh is now here. Boosh is going to be godlike. I think he was played.
Oh, no! Godlike finds a double in the huge fit and then turns it around on the Cyclone. He misses the chains. He's going for the divine fight. Here comes the searing pain. Once again, it's coming off cooldown soon. He's trying to maintain. Hurwin goes for the bomb. He misses. He's inside the heal. He's turning around. He's looking for the opportunity to stay alive as the fire minions turn around. Boosh finds 2, leaves, and the fire minions do enough to the Titan to almost bring this game to a close.
Oh my god, the Boosh. Actually, Hurwin's going to chase. Is he crazy?
Oh, no.
The Boosh is going to eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, my friend. Rest in pieces, Hurrywin. Ionic's going to get the steal. The Boosh 1v3, and in comes Thor. There's going to be a roar here. Boosh still managing to stay alive somehow. Oh my god!
Heavenly Agility
He's
breaks
still doing it!
He cannot be killed. He cannot be stopped.
My god.
The Titan dies, and Boosh lives on in infamy.
Boosh is going to go down in the history of the man who cannot be killed. The impossible. Ra, if you're playing against Cogred in North America, you ban Ra forever. Holy Testicle Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Is that a joke?
Let's take a look at the board here. Boosh putting up 19,700, second highest player damage on his team.
Almost 18,000 in healing.
Not to mention he was DC'd for about 5 minutes. Gar's putting up 22k, puts him on actually 22.3, puts him just barely above Hurwin, who puts up 22.2 himself. Unique actually over 20k himself. Cyclone's been putting up a lot of damage, but in the end, the teamwork just wasn't there. Too many great plays coming out from Boosh and Devios. Too many great rotations coming out from Ionic and Gars. And despite the fact that Snoopy was behind for the first time and basically forever, they didn't push that advantage in the duo lane hard enough. Snoopy kept the towers alive. Just absolutely incredible.
You know, I don't even know how you're even able to focus on this. I'm still shocked at the plays the Boosh has, and I think we actually do have a replay of it, so we get to relive exactly what we just saw. Oh my God, Boosh, you're the best.
Why
bro.
is he even here? I don't even understand. Like, everyone called for the back here. Oh, man, he's just...
Unfortunately, this is only the first half, too, and this is like right here, everyone
But
else
watch.
would say, okay, I'm out of this one. He's in a 1v4 technically
Godlike.
right now. There's the Godlike.
And double
the
godlike.
done. And then he's just like, okay, maybe I'll turn around on this. And he lives. He jukes everyone.
And he's using the fire minions effectively, getting the heals off when he needs to, making sure that he has an opportunity to stay alive and turn the damage around as much as possible. What a way to end week 3 for the guys in COG.
That is absolutely bonkers, dude. Absolutely insane. COG Red ups themselves just a little bit here. Nothing crazy. And in fact, we actually do have a little bit of a standings here that we can check out.
Sure. I mean, we're going to take a look at the board and see where we are at almost the end of week 3. We do have a few games that we need to play out tomorrow, some reschedules that need to go through. But taking a look at where we are right now, here is the... overall standings, it looks like COG Red 8-2, vastly ahead of anyone else. In fact, they have the best record worldwide.
Yep, best record worldwide. Directly below them is going to be COG Prime, and then Snipe actually sneaking into the top 3. But the big question is can Dignitas break into the top 2? On the European side of things, Mortality 7-3, a 3-way tie for second place. TSM shocking a lot of people here.
Right.
And on the other side, SK kind of falling.
Yeah, man, we saw them do so well at the LAN event. Their online prowess has not been as strong, and Team Co's second place at their most recent LAN has fallen down to last place at 2-8. But you can see we do have the reschedules for tomorrow. Fat Chunk's going to be going up against Dignitas, and then Snipe has 2 games to play because they just keep breaking everything.
Yeah, that's it's Snipe's fault. Let's not.
But
get
this
it
is
twisted.
big because if Team Dignitas is able to play the way that they have been and earn another victory here, and then Snipe actually winds up dropping a game and then beating Thirst, we could have a very close game. It's gonna. It's close in NA.
Dignitas needs that win.
Right.
And they'll basically move up a lot. And then on the other side, Snipe, they have a chance to shake a lot of things up here.
Well, if Snipe wins and loses tomorrow and Dig wins, they'll be tied.
Yep. Very true. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here at the hi-rez studios. That was DM. I'm Gandhi. Thank you all for watching.